Hello everyone. Can you guys see me as well as hear me? Hopefully stuff doesn't go wrong like yesterday. Yeah, hi Salim. Hi Tahir. Hi Alberto. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Based on wherever you are located in the world. And yeah, some insect bit me here, so if you see some red rash, that's that. I don't know. Like 30 or 40 minutes ago. That's fine. So yeah, hi Kenneth. Good day to you as well. Cool. So let me just close the window. Okay. So adjust the camera a bit and the mic as well. Yep. So it's cool now. A little more tilted works or not. Don't know. I'm trying some new camera setup here. No, too much. Maybe the old one was fine. But fine. Yeah. Cool. So how are you guys doing? No, I don't like this one. Yeah. This is much better. Cool. Yeah, so if you guys joined me yesterday, we finished the movie ticket booking app. And today is the last live stream for July. And then I have some announcements for August that I'm going to do on social media as well. So we are having a collab month in August. So 5 weeks, 5 Frappe team members are going to join me for variety of different topics. I am still live. Okay. Now I'll have for a few days, I will just have this instinct that okay, I haven't somehow the live stream broken. So yeah, that was that. Hi everyone, hi Minty, welcome back. So let me just open up Arc and what we will do is I will share my screen in a bit. I will open up Build with Hussain, yeah, and I will switch to screen share. Yeah, this is the one we are live on. Okay, we passed 600 subscribers and 623. Thank you guys. It's very encouraging. So yeah, we have episode 13 coming in, which will be the first of the collaboration episode, where I'll be joined by our very own Ankush Menath. He will take us deeper into frameworks, bits and pieces, and some inner workings as well. That will be the next week. Cool. And also we have other 4 more that I'm yet to put on YouTube. We have Mayank, we have Maharshi, Sakib. Awesome people, awesome stuff. And I also have an Independence Day special episode, just me. And we will do articles on Build with Hussain, a new feature. We'll do some website refactors, redesigns, and then email automation. That's I don't know, I have to manually send emails every Wednesday. Sometimes it's 1 hour before, sometimes it's 30 minutes before. So why not automate it and you guys can be alerted at the right time every week. So yeah, are you guys excited for today's episode? We'll build a simple SaaS application. Majorly, we'll focus on the payments part through Stripe. So I have set up a site here and also created a new app called Simple SaaS and installed it on the site. And also I used Doppio to add Frappe UI starter. This is the one, right? And because I didn't want to waste time just setting up, because we do the same thing in like the last episode as well. Same stuff. New site, new app, install app Frappe UI, and that's done. So I called it dashboard this time. So it will be some form of dashboard for the SaaS, right? So similar to Frappe Cloud. So the goal here is, let me pull up Notion. I don't know. SaaS. Cool. So login, logout already works. It's like part of the starter because all the backend already Frappe comes out of the box. So the main functionality, the first thing we will build with Stripe integration is that users in this dashboard, the user should be able to change their plans, right? Set a plan, change a plan, so on and so forth. And that should happen all via Stripe. So actual money is involved, right? Then what do we have? Yeah, so we will do Stripe front-end integration, back-end integration. So there is a Stripe Python package which we are going to use. We'll see the docs and whatnot. So users should be able to, like, they will be initially on a free plan, and then there will be paid plans, and then they can change to paid plans, and then Stripe will verify their card and whatnot. They will also should be able to view and download their invoices. Cool. And if time permits, as I mentioned in the title, we will see how to implement teams, right? Because nowadays SaaS have like this teams feature where you can invite other users, and then there is like they all can use the same set of dashboard and data. So we'll discuss how Frappe Cloud does that, and we'll do that. Cool, let's start without any delay. So let's go to Stripe subscriptions. So API. Cool. So I'm going to the API reference for now. I don't like dark mode. Yeah, light mode is good. So yeah, sure. You can be back anytime. Make it fast. Yeah. So yeah, Stripe has this subscription service. So you don't even need to like manage manually the recurring piece of it. So Stripe manages that for you. You just need to create like the subscription and everything records from your backend for a particular customer, and Stripe will manage the rest, charging at like the end of the month and retrying and whatnot. That all Stripe takes care of. This was the first implementation that we had in Frappe Cloud before we switched to manually charging. So then we process the invoices ourselves. Before that, it was Stripe subscriptions. So we are going to use that because it's simple, and for our use case and many use cases, it's more than sufficient. Cool. So let's read a bit about this because I haven't used it as well. Stripe subscriptions. Yeah, how subscriptions works. With subscriptions, customers make recurring payments for access to a product. Subscription require you to retain more information than one-time purchase because you need to charge customers in the future. Cool. What your business offer? So subscription objects. Okay, this is what we will need to provide Stripe with in order for them to manage our subscription. So which product? What's the price of this? How often to charge for products, including how much the products, what currency to use. Cool, fine. Stripe customer. So there is a customer master as well in Stripe that we'll create. Your customers' payment instruments, how they pay for your service. For example, you may store a credit card on the customer recurring use. Cool. The product associated with the plan that your customers subscribe to, which allows you to charge the customers on recurring basis. We'll see an example. Examples are always better than reading through. So there is a product price recurring monthly, Acme's contract, invoice April 22, payment intent. Okay, fine. Customer is Acme Corp. So this is the subscription bit. Fine. So I think this will be predefined that okay, we have a gold plan or platinum plan or whatever. Gold plan, and that's priced $10 and that's recurring monthly. Okay, so charge this. So this is the thing, the subscription that they are buying, gold plan per month, and then customer is maybe Acme Corp, and Stripe will make sure that $10 per month invoice is created every month. That's simple, yeah. So the section describes our sample integration. Fine. Landing page on your front end. The landing page collects the email addresses first. Your application might have other customer specific. Okay. Click the sign up button, sends the information collected on the landing page to your backend. This process creates a customer and displays the pricing page on your front end. Yeah, this is like the similar thing what we'll do. Creates a customer and displays the. Okay, we'll create this in the backend and then we'll display the pricing page. That's cool. The pricing page displays your subscription options based on the products and prices you create when you first set up your integration. So we have to define this product and prices initially. Cool. Meaning you don't need to create new ones every time customers sign up. Yeah, that's fine, right? Because platinum plan will be same for every user. This is what they meant by this. Your pricing page displays the prices you created. Our customer choose option the way they want. Okay, cool, fine, works. The payment form collects. Okay, this is like the front end integration part. To implement this, you can, if you don't want to write any code, learn how to create a payment link. Nope. If you are using checkout, learn how to add a button to your that creates. Okay, maybe we'll go with this low code thing because we don't need like custom UI or anything like that. If you do want an example of that, Frappe Cloud has like uses this custom code thing. Confirmation page displays after a successful payment. At this point, it's safe to provision the product for the verifying the status of the subscription is active, granting the customer access and features they subscribe to. Basically, in the front end, we will give them access to something special, right? They paid money for it, special. So what we are going to do is we will have some, what do you call, a switch which they can turn on and off if they have paid us $10 per month. People are going to be angry if you do this in production and ask them to pay $10 to just turn a switch on and off, but we'll do that. Okay, webhooks, yeah, we will set that up as well. Cool, we have a lot of work if you see. But this will give you the base idea of how to integrate such a service in your own applications and basically provide some service based on their subscription, on their plan, right? It's cool. So payment is successful. Okay, so this is important. So if the subscription status is incomplete, right, it means they haven't paid yet. And if they pay the invoice, the subscription becomes active. Cool. So we can check this from Stripe and then enable our whatever switch we are providing them, kill switch or something. Cool. That's fine. Some more information. So I'm just reading through the docs. This is how I would do like in real world as well. So that's why build with Hussain, right? As Hussain builds. So this is the thing. Collect payment information and confirm intent. Yeah, we can do that. Stripe will attempt payment. Payment succeeds. Update the subscription's default payment method. That's fine. Display payment confirmation. Fine. Cool. That is fine. Yeah, we won't dig. So there are like, you can go over this docs, I can share it. Like, if after this live stream you want to explore more stuff, implement some more things to learn. Cool. So much, right? But let's start with quick start. So that was how they work. Now I will select Python and HTML is fine. Cool. We'll use Vue because we have the Frappe UI setup. Cool. This is how they are doing it. So there is this starter plan, $20 per month, and this is the script that we need to import. This is the thing which renders the card input form and whatnot. That's a model basically. Okay, this is the main thing that we need to implement in our backend. Okay, that's fine. So button is checkout and portal. So when they submit / create checkout session, I think that will be in server.py. So they are using Flask. That's fine. So let's check that method. Okay, create checkout session. They basically look up the prices and create a checkout session and redirect to checkout session.url. Right? So we can do that. Okay, webhooks we can do later. Create portal session. For demonstration purposes, we are using this to retrieve the customer identity stored alongside the authenticator user in your database. That we can do. So we will create a team DocType maybe. This is the URL to which the customer will be redirected after they are done managing their billing with the portal. Stripe.billing.create this. That's fine. Success.html. Subscription to starter plan successful. Okay, cool. What is client.js? Basically in production this should check CSRF. Okay, that's already there in Frappe, so we just need to do. Yep. So first thing we need to do to write the backend is we should be able to import Stripe, right? So let's Stripe Python SDK. Python. This all we don't want. We just want the Python package. Yep, this one. So I will just copy this and go to our, so we can close the Notion now since we understand what we are dealing with here. So I'll just do here. And so I'm doing bench pip 3 pip both works. Stripe. Cool. So which version what was installed? Okay, 5.5 was installed. I had an older version which payments require. So payments is another app. That's fine. I'm not using that one. Hi Sandeep, welcome to the stream. Okay. So stuff will require more figuring out on this one. So add this to requirements.txt. So if you create an app like with the latest Frappe now, so Why isn't it syntax highlighted? The toml file. Hi Prashant. So I'm just checking if VS Code has a toml extension. Toml, TUML, toml, YAML toml. Fully featured toml support. Let's install this one. Cool, and let's go back here. Okay, now it's syntax highlighted, at least some of it. So starting this Python 3.11 to build like packages from your custom apps, instead of having a requirements.txt file, we will need pyproject.toml file. So toml is a format much like YAML, so configuration files, right? And in here you had a setup.py as well, right? So now this single file basically does that. So if you go to simple SaaS, like, right, so you can define the dependencies here, and description, authors, like this stuff was in setup.py before. So one single file, that's it. You can read more about it in pyproject.toml, like search in Google and you'll find more about why is it better than requirements.txt and whatnot. So I will just add Stripe here. This should go here as this. Okay, cool. So we have Stripe package, we added it to this, right? Awesome. So what we need to do to talk to Stripe backend is, like, we will need the API keys from Stripe. So let's just sign in. So Stripe has this cool testing mode and production mode. So you don't mess with your production mode payments while development. So they give you a test instance keys as well. I don't remember my password. Okay, there is an email link. Fine. I will open, okay, confirm your login. What is this? Why? Now it is required, I guess. Fine. Okay, so let me just switch off the camera a bit, and then not this this camera. And I'm entering the code. Cool, let me bring the camera back. Yep. Come on, Stripe. Do. Come on. Okay. Yep, you're active. So I will go to test mode basically. It's in test mode already, or no? No, now it is in test mode. Cool, so now I can get my keys. Going into developers. No, I didn't like meant to. So I switched off the camera because the phone is the camera and the message comes in the phone, so that's fine. I don't have any accounts linked, so no real transactions that you can mess with. Cool. API keys, right? So this is the public key and this is the secret key. So where do we store it? If you recall episode 9 and 9b, we create a new DocType for it. So let me call it SaaS settings for now, and this will go into our simple SaaS. So this will be a single DocType because so single DocTypes have a single instance, and we can go into the form. So what all full fields do we need? Stripe, no, this is the type of the field. So data, this can be Stripe public key, publishable key. What do they call it? Publishable key. And then there will be a password field. Stripe secret key. Yep. Let's break into 2 column and remove this title. Section. Okay, now section is you can name it Stripe settings. Awesome. Let's hit save. Report, I don't know. So yeah, now you have Stripe settings in your SaaS settings. Stripe publishable key, Stripe secret key. Let's go to Arc behaves weirdly for some reason. Dashboard, yeah, this one. So let's copy and paste it in publishable key, and let's get the that's fine. Test key, expose, no issues. We can copy it and paste in. Awesome. And now we are ready to talk to the Stripe API via our package. So for now, I'll just open up console for trying things out. Site saas.localhost console. The lighting is dim. I don't know why, or is it my face? Okay. So an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? So I'm having apple. So yeah, so let's go back to Stripe API reference. Yeah, I'm just checking the server.py. So they import Stripe. So how do we yeah, console is available everywhere. Production, dev mode, everywhere. So it opens up a console, Python console linked to your site. So this is linked to this site. So if you do get doc, whatever, you're talking to this site's database basically. You can do also MariaDB that connects to. Okay, I haven't enabled focus mode today until this evening. That's cool. Yeah, so as I was saying, okay, my camera is dead now. Come back camera. Okay, it's back. I have to do something about it. I can't use for my phone forever for the So yeah, where were we? Authentication. So we can select a library. So Stripe docs are cool. Now it will render all the code blocks for the right. And one more thing, this key, it fetches for your account. So it's like real key. Cool. So yeah, so we can import Stripe, like just copy this. We'll eventually fetch the key from like our settings, but for now it is fine. Yep. So now let's go back to subscriptions. Subscriptions, yeah. Creating subscriptions. So they had this small API reference there. Let's go back, yeah. So we won't directly talk to the API endpoints. We'll use the Python package. But yeah, it's like you can create subscriptions. So where did this? Okay, this is the pre-built thing. Okay. So yeah. So what do we do? Lookup keys. That's fine. Data.product. Checkout sessions. Price. So the first thing would be to create this products, right? Platinum plan, $10 per month, to define that thing, that entity. So create pricing model. So build the pricing model with products and prices. Products represent what your business sells, right? Prices define how much and how often to charge for products. This includes how much the product costs, what currency to use, and the interval. Okay. So I think first we need to create the model on this page. You must sign into your Stripe account. Fine. I have already done that. So let's create the pricing model. Build the pricing model. Okay, pricing models. Come on. Yeah, this is the. So this is what we want. Basic tire starter. That is fine. So product is basic, price monthly, price yearly. Okay, so we can have multiple pricings for a product. That's cool. You can also have per seat, usage based. Read on, like lot of stuff you can do. Complex pricing architectures, or what do you call it? Models you can build. So we can do it through dashboard as well as API. Which should we do? Yeah, let's create it from backend. Okay, this is awesome. So we do stripe.product.create and then the name of the product. And then we can create a price for this product. As easy as that. Yeah. So let's call our product premium switch, right? That is what you are purchasing for $10 per month. So let's do stripe.product.create. Cool. Stripe.product, capital P. Yeah, product.create. Let's give it a name. Premium switch. Premium toggle. Toggle is the better word. Premium toggle. That's fine. Okay, it created a product. It returned something. This is the product ID. So each product has a unique ID. Active, inactive, that this all you can see in Stripe dashboard as well. So if I go to Stripe dashboard, products, right? Premium toggle. I haven't attached any prices. Let's do that. Okay, docs are good. So yeah, price.create. Now we have to give it a product ID with to which product this price belongs to, right? So let's create, so I have a product ID here, that's fine. So stripe dot price dot create. So I'm going to create a price for this premium toggle. So what does it take? Okay, it takes a product. This is the product ID. Are you feeling bored or it is fun? We are building some stuff, right? So usually this is the research phase. You are just exploring the Stripe Python API using console. You don't directly jump into like the controller file and start writing code. You explore stuff like manually first, and then you make it dynamic, create functions that do it in your backend, and then integrate the front end with the backend. So that's the usual way of doing stuff that at least I do. Maybe I don't know, there are like some hackers that who are very well versed with the Stripe API, and then they just go about doing this. So yeah, now we can define a unit price, currency, and recurring. So what did we decide to switch $10, right? Unit price will be 10. So here is another thing about Stripe. So 10, so it's like rupee and paisa thing, right? So 1 rupee has 100 paise, and then similarly it's, what do you call like a dollar? Cents. So it takes prices in cents. Anybody there? Come on. Where are the emojis? Yeah. Currency, let's only deal with USD. You can deal with whatever you want. That's fine. Recurring interval month. And they are also creating an interval year. That's cool. So we just need like the month pricing for now. Recurring interval month. And cool. Okay, you are focusing on learning. That's awesome. Focus on it. It's fine. Like, I'm very like, I hope it that you go on to build like awesome stuff, whatever you learn from here, and then if you build some cool stuff, just tag me on Twitter, right? Or LinkedIn. Anything is fine. Or email me. I'll be very happy to know that, okay, this stuff helps or whatever. So yeah, price I'm creating. Error. Received unknown parameter unit price. What did I do? Unit amount. Okay. Let's jump here. Unit amount. Okay. Okay, price got created. Awesome. Awesome. So we priced our product. And now this should be as simple as stripe.subscription.create. So for this customer, create, right? Subscribe to this plan. So we'll need a customer. So that too we can create. Awesome. Just when you publish, just let me know. I'll retweet, repost on LinkedIn. So it gets traction. Awesome. Yep, we don't want per seat pricing. If you do want that, go ahead. Like, play around with this stuff. Implement something. So seemingly simple apps will teach you a lot about the framework. So when I was in Frappe Cloud team last year, so I was there for about a year and a half. So I majorly worked with Marketplace as well as Stripe payments and billing and stuff. And then I integrated Razorpay. At that time, I had to read a lot of the code that Faris has written for subscriptions and Stripe. Learned a lot because like he had iterated the subscriptions 3 times, and like good quality code, it was idempotent, so even if you try to charge a customer twice for the same thing, it prevented it, and so on and so forth. So lot to learn. So I don't know I told you this or not. So nowadays I'm watching Blender Guru's videos on Blender. So I'm trying to learn Blender. I just like watching him build stuff like 3D models. Yeah, random stuff. That's fine. Cool. So we created a recurring price ID. Now we need to create customers, and that's all. Awesome. So let's create a customer. If you are using Stripe checkout, the next step is to create a Stripe checkout. So make sure to set up Stripe. If you are using Stripe elements to create a customer, okay, let's try this checkout. That's fine. Okay, price ID. So we can get into request.form. So we can do that through form dig. That's fine. And stripe.checkout.session.create this subscription mode. Line items are this. Do not pass quantity for metered billing. No, we want like normal billing is fine. This example customizes the success URL. So we'll have a success page where they will be redirected after the successful subscription is created. So session will be this. There are webhooks that we can test out. That's fine. Here customer ID refers to the customer ID created by the checkout session that you saved while processing the webhook. So we will need the webhook. You can also set a default redial link for the portal in the dashboard. Pass an optional return value. Okay, that's fine. So here are the 2 ways we can go. So yeah, so ERP, right? So next month we have a session with Mayank that will basically he builds automations on top of Frappe and ERP Next. So he uses like ERP Next, CRM, and sales, invoice, so on and so forth, that he presented in conference as well. So maybe he will use some ERP Next in that session. But yeah, I do plan on having some sessions on ERP Next as well, because I'm not that much into ERP Next as of now. In terms of the product knowledge, but yeah, we can have. So there is one more like in the works. I can't say it's confirmed yet. So it will be a separate, 4 or 5 episode series where we'll build a product, a real product for businesses that will integrate to ERP Next from idea to MVP. That will be the name of the series tentatively. Let's see how that turns out. Cool. Hi Vidya Nilesh, welcome back. Yeah, so as I was talking, there are 2 options. We can go, one way is to manually have customer records on our system and then ask Stripe to create a subscription against that customer, right? So then how do we create that customer record? Like it can be like called team or whatever, customer. And then we need to tell Stripe to create a customer as well with that, right? And then they can basically click subscribe, and then Stripe will open up credit card information, and then so on, and then they can check out. The other way is to let Stripe handle that, so you don't need customer records. But then you have to handle this checkout session thing. So this session, right? You create a checkout session. this more subscription line items, and basically this will, where did it go? This will directly open a checkout screen where they can provide their information and whatnot. We don't store the customer info, and then we just need that ID of the customer that Stripe gives us, which we can use to whatever. But I feel the better way to go here, since we'll have that customer on our system for many upcoming payments, to create a customer DocType and store the data and the ID that Stripe gives us in that, and then we can use that to check out. Let's go back. Integrate a SaaS business. Okay. No code. I don't know. Yeah, this. So they have like some more docs if you want to go over. Yeah. So they will have this. Like you can click on it and then you can manage subscription, the customer portal. So they have their own portal if you want to use that, or you want to build your own portal. So two options. So we have 1 hour and 10 minutes. So let's use their portal. Yeah, integrating the customer portal. There they can basically see invoice history and whatnot. Cool. Or we can have it simply as well. I'm still like in a dilemma. If you are using Stripe checkout, create a checkout session. If you are using Stripe elements, the next step is to create a customer. Make sure you set up Stripe and sample application. Fine, let's create a customer. Let's proceed. And if we get stuck, we will, what is it called? You go and then you come back. There is a proper word that I heard in graph. What is it? I don't know. We'll come back to it. Retrace. No. Revisit. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for, I guess. But still don't feel that was the one. So it's the word used in graph search, the graph data structure. Revisit. Revert. No. I don't know. Still. What was that word? If I recall it, I will tell you. Don't remember that word now. That's fine. Stripe needs a customer for each subscription in your application front end. Collect any necessary information from your user and pass it to the backend. Okay. If you need to collect address detail, the address element enables you to, that's fine. We don't need address details. For more information, no. So email and register. So it's basically sign up form. On register, okay, it's creating a customer in the backend. We can do it through create resource. And then in the backend, they basically create a customer. So let's create a sample customer on our console, right? And so I'm going through the full cycle in just console to understand how the pieces connect. And later we can deal with the front end, the back end, after we have figured out the core thing, how subscriptions work. So till now what we did, we created a product and a pricing for that product. Now we'll create a customer who will buy this product at that price. Cool. Stripe.customer.create. Awesome. Email and name. I think that's the two things that are required. Shipping, I don't know. Address, I don't need, I think. So email and name. So email will be, let's suppose Faris is the one purchasing this switch for $10 per month. And name can be Faris Ansari. Let's store the customer. Okay, customer. Yeah, so it returned a customer ID that we can store once we create the DocType. Hi Umakant, welcome back. Yeah, so I'm going to travel this weekend to Hyderabad for Hyderabad FOSS. Yeah, usually I don't like travel. It's like you go on a bus or then you jump on a plane, you wait on the queue, and then you are sitting there for what 1.5 hours and then maybe read a book. But I can't read a book. I carry a book and then it comes back without me reading a single page of it. I don't know, it's just me, or I can't do productive stuff while traveling. That's the deal. Yeah, it's good to get out, but traveling, right? If we could use like something like an anywhere door, right, from Doraemon, that will be great. Yeah, dreams. Yeah, that's just me. So yeah. So what did we do? We created a customer as well. Now we can create a subscription. So in the backend we just need subscription.create. We give them customer and items. As simple as that. So stripe.subscription.create. Nizamabad, yeah. I know Nizamabad. Awesome. One of my cousin brother's wife is from Nizamabad. So he sometimes visit there. Nizamabad, I think one more. What is there? Something is there. Yeah, so we need customer. So I am making Faris subscribe to this plan. So I'm creating a subscription. Stripe.subscription.create. Customer ID will be the customer that we created. Customer, and then ID will be ID, and then prices, no, items. What all items? So he can purchase multiple items at once, but we'll have single item, that is the $10 per month switch. Price ID. Cool. It's an object, right? Okay. Price, and then let's get the price ID that we have. Yeah, price ID. Let's copy it from here. Yep, let's create that subscription. Unknown, okay, yeah. I'm messing up, so let's store it somewhere so we can reuse. S, it's fine. So yeah, just give it the customer and the items. Please consider adding a default payment method. This customer has no attached payment source or default payment method. Now we need a front end to collect this payment method and attach it, right? Ha ha ha. Yeah, this. Set up the sample application, create the pricing model that we did, create the customer. That is also done. If you want to render the without first creating a subscription, collect payment details before creating an intent. That is what it means. Integration tip. If you change the name of product in the example app, you need to update the, for example, the server code uses lookup keys. That's fine. We don't need that. So maybe let's try this. Note, we are expanding this, so we can pass it to the front end to confirm the payment. At this point, subscription is inactive and awaiting payment. Here's an example response. The minimum fields to store are highlighted. Okay, this is the thing we need to store in our backend. Okay, fine. Okay, so we can collect the payment later as well after creating the subscription, so we need to pass this thing. I'm just trying the most basic, whatever we find in the docs. Yep, subscription got created. What does it contain? Okay, a lot of data. That's fine. We won't end up using most of it. So we just need subscription ID, latest invoice, payment invoice, intent.client secret. Hi Neeraj, welcome back. Subscription is inactive, so we can do s dot, I think, status. Yeah, incomplete. So they haven't added a payment method and connected it yet. So let's go to Stripe dashboard and let's refresh. I'm reloading. Awesome. As you can see, $10 per month. Premium toggle. I'll go to customers. We have Faris here, and we have created a subscription which is incomplete. So how do we make Faris pay now, right, from our SaaS application? So we need the subscription ID and client secret, which I assume we will be using in our front end. Yeah. So we need to include this script in our front end. Now we have figured out the integration, and we have 1 hour to basically implement it. Payment element, that's fine. Now, client secret. So this will be the client secret, S of S dot, what was it? Latest invoice, payment intent, client secret. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is the secret we need to pass through the front end, and then the front end uses that secret, right? Uses that secret to that's fine. Yeah, so when they submit the payment form, confirm the payment and return to a particular URL. If error, it does something else it is redirected to somewhere else. That's fine. They also have something to basically listen to success events in the front end. So you can basically in real time show them, okay, payment succeeded, now you can access your switch or whatever. Webhooks in backend that you can do. Yeah, Stripe CLI has like built-in forwarding. Awesome. Let's try to set that up as well. Oh, we are done. We don't need like cancel subscription, everything. That should be easy. And let's start. So what I'm thinking right now is I will not use Frappe UI right now. The dashboard we built, maybe. Let's do it in vanilla portal page, right? Because it will be similar, and here I need to whatever. So let's do vanilla portal page and render some pricing plans. That's it. Cool. So we have created a subscription, and now, okay, let's build a portal page. That will be easier. And then I don't assume that you know Vue.js. That's one more benefit. So I'll go to www directory, create a page, pricing.html, right? And also pricing.js to write the JavaScript code. So let's do alert pricing.js loaded, right? And in pricing.html, I will have some basic h1 for now, pricing page. So let's go to our site, that is SaaS.localhost 8000/pricing page, right? I don't think your JavaScript will be loaded. That's because you need to inherit from a particular template for this to work. So I think we will need extends. That will be extends web.html. Then this will be, yeah, content. So we don't need this. We'll add a paragraph. Pricing table goes here. Let's reload. What happened? Web.html. Okay, wait. Templates/web.html. Awesome. Now the JS is also loaded. Pricing table goes here. Awesome. So this web.html is in Frappe, the core Frappe. Awesome. We have pricing. That will be the page title, right? The pricing. And pricing table goes here. Awesome. That's that. And now let's have, so we are trying to play with brackets. Block script and no, we don't need script block. We need head to include it, right? Head, and we will go back to Stripe and we'll import the script. Cool. Now let's go back to our page, reload. It's broken. Let's remove this alert. So I think what it was trying to tell us is that, okay, you call parent first and then you include your, let's hit save. Yeah, no, doesn't work. That's fine. So how do we add our JavaScript here? So they are including it in the head. So we can do it in scripts. That's cool. Block script. End block. Yep, let's try console dot. So we can do script here. Console.log pricing page script loaded. Okay, let's go back to pricing page, refresh. Okay, that script works. And here, instead of writing our own script, we'll load the script from Stripe. This is the script they want us to load. Awesome. Let's go back, reload. and no obvious errors. So I think the Stripe JS SDK got loaded correctly. Don't include it in script or host a copy of yourself. So you need to include it in this way. Awesome. So set your publishable key, right? So we have a publishable key, and since it is Jinja, right, we can do it like in a very nice way. So we'll, I don't know where this pricing is loaded, so let's check it out. Hello from pricing.js, and I'm just trying to check out whether this script loads first or this page, right? So I will add a console log here as well. Another script, console.log, hello from inline script. This is how you figure out stuff. So inline script loaded first, and this doesn't get loaded. Weird. Maybe because we overloaded the script by doing this. Fine. So we'll use the inline script. So what they are saying is, once you have loaded the Stripe JS SDK, you will have access to this Stripe object, which you can pass the publishable key to interact with, right? So instead of this publishable key, we are in a Jinja template, right? So what we will do is we will use some templating to get it from the backend. Stripe publishable key. So how do you pass context to a Jinja template, right? A portal page. Very simple. You can either do get value here, right here, or create a file that passes this context. So I will do it right here. So it will be frappe.tb.get single value, simple no, SaaS settings, Stripe publishable key. So let's reload and check the script. Did it load it correctly? Yep, it loaded our test key from the database. Awesome. That's why I used portal page for now. You can do a lot of stuff. Yep. Now what does Stripe say? So it has a form. Let's copy it and paste it in our div form. Awesome. And the client secret, right? This was the secret that we have in our console right now. Copy, and we'll paste it in our script. So appearance, we don't need to customize. So you can customize how the element looks, the colors, the logo of the thing that will open. I'll show it to you what you can customize. So we need to listen to this form event. So I will just copy it, paste it here. So it's adding an event listener to the submit of the form, this payment form, right? And return URL. So where does it get redirected to after a successful thing, right? Confirming payment. So let's return to can we do this? HTTP SaaS.localhost port 8000 payment success. So let's create this page. Again, another portal page, as easy as doing this .html, and I will add h1 payment success. Awesome. So for now I will copy this client secret that we were supposed to pass and replace it here. We'll complete the integration, don't worry. I'm just right now making sure we can let the user pay, right? That's what the whole deal is about, making them pay for the thing they have bought, the switch. Yep. Okay, this is fine. Client secret, we don't need that. So yeah, let's try it out. So let's go back to this page, refresh. Awesome, they rendered a form here. So now you can enter your credit card details and click subscribe. Subscribe will submit this form, right? So this is for Faris because we passed that intent for the subscription, right? And what else? That's fine. Collect payment information. And you can store that payment intent like in the backend, that will do. Even webhooks, that's fine. So now let's do, so you can customize the appearance that I told you. So there are some test cards that you can use, right? So Stripe test cards, because you don't want to enter like your own. So yeah, this is card numbers. So 424242, CVC any digit, any date, fine. Month will be 12/29, CVC any 3-digit number. Country will be India, is fine. Let's hit subscribe. Awesome. As per Indian regulations, only Indian, that's fine. Let's do US. Zip 1 2 3 4 5. It won't let me. As per Indian, only registered Indian businesses can accept international payments. Where am I doing international payments? Let me just do it in test mode. Why? So let's do one thing. So we need to create an INR priced product. So product is fine. Let's create a new price. Price, yeah. So I'll do INR. So I think this is the thing that's preventing it. So not 10 rupees, we'll have it 100 rupees. Unit amount, again, why? Unit amount, and I will have S equal to subscription. Terminal is like auto completing, but this is not the way it should auto complete. Tab somehow doesn't work. Okay, now I just need to change the pricing. Now they are not purchasing the USD priced product. You cannot combine currency on a single customer. Ha! Let's create a new customer. Let's make the purchase for Saqib now. So you can like just imagine this code will go in some of the hooks that will create a new customer when the user signs up, right? Awesome. Now I need s dot this client secret that I can paste in here. So usually this will come after fetching, and if I am correct, let's reload. Let's do 4242 4242 4242 4242 1228 this subscribe. Payment success. The credit card confetti time. So since this was like test mode, the payment got succeeded. If required, it will ask the user for an OTP. They enter an OTP and then payment is succeeded. Now if you can go to your Stripe dashboard. Awesome. Let's go to our Stripe dashboard. Come on. Yeah, this is the Stripe dashboard, and we go to payments. Ha. Fine. Take my password. What is this? What? This is the one I used to sign in, right? Again, what is this Stripe? Weird. So let me just again turn off the iPhone camera and get the OTP. Seriously, I have to do something about this. Five 33127. Yep. Come on. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, Saqib's subscription got created and 100 rupee payment was successful. Payment started. So that you can see, okay, you received 96.46 Stripe fees. This, hooray. Awesome. Now we need some wiring up, but that's totally fine. Let's jump and do the wiring. So let's go back. So I don't want to subscribe again, right? So this should be the payments page, I guess. So we can have a single page. So what I will do is I will add margin 5 to this form, and I will have another div here that will render those cards. Pricing cards, bootstrap, because I don't want to jump into the docs. Maybe Copilot will help. Come on, Copilot. No, won't help me. Really? Cool, that's fine. I will do it on my own. Bootstrap 4. Uh, 4.6 card. So let me just copy this simple card and yep, card title will be premium switch. Card subtitle is 100 rupee symbol per month. I don't need this para, I need just the link. This should be a button, no href. Subscribe. Let's go back. So yeah, btn prime btn link. That's awesome. Link can be info. Awesome. So now you can subscribe to the premium switch, and on subscribe basically you create a subscription. That's it. For this customer, whoever is logged in, right? So yeah, let's do that. We haven't touched any doc types. We're just playing around with portal pages and Stripe. So let's create a doc type to store this customer ID, right? Because without doc types, I can't end this stream. Doc type. We did create a doc type to store the Stripe credentials. Okay. Name will be Stripe customer. Module will be SaaS. And basically what will happen is it will be linked to a particular user. The doc type will be user, right? Remove the title. I can have a data field. Customer ID, right? Mandatory, unique. Hit save. JavaScript console we can close now. So there are no users. What? So let's create a user. Okay, let's go. Rushabh is right. Rushabh is watching. He will. You don't want to send like a welcome email. Okay, so Rushabh Mehta, and now Rushabh is the user. But how do we create the customer ID? Right, that's where we will do it from the backend. So whenever this Stripe customer record is created, we should automatically populate this customer ID. So instead of making it mandatory, let's make it mandatory. We don't want to make it mandatory, but read only. Hit save. Yep. So how do we do it? Stripe customer.py def before insert insert self. So we want to create a Stripe customer, right? That was easy. We imported Stripe. If you recall, we created a customer very easily. Yeah, this was the code. Let's use it. So let's import Stripe, import Frappe as well. And now this will be dynamic. So this will be self.user. Name will come from where? This will come from. So we want to fetch Rishabh, right? And this is the title field. Basically, that's full name. So how do you fetch a value for a particular record? frappe.db.getValue. User. We want the user DocType. Self.user. We don't want the email. We want full name. Full name equal to this. And we'll pass that full name here. Awesome. Now we can store self.customer ID. That's the right thing, right? Customer ID. Okay, that right. Okay. That's like a V15 feature. Let me just fix the syntax error and then I will show you. Customer ID will be customer.id. That we'll get from Stripe and then we can save it. Awesome. Let's go to Stripe customer list. So you can hover over this, press Alt or Option on Windows, Alt on Mac. And as you can see, this thing appeared, right? And then you can just go over it and click. So it will copy it to clipboard. Cool, right? Kudos to Sharik Ansari for implementing this. It's like very useful in dev mode and whatnot. Click, copy to clipboard. So that's the name of the field in the backend, the column, right? Not the label. Label is already displayed here. So now what will happen is when I do this and hit save, okay, Stripe API key we haven't set up, that's fine. So we can get the API key, as you may know, from where? Def get Stripe client API key equal to frappe dot. So what we need to do is like get the encrypted password from frappe dot utils dot password. Import get decrypted password, and then we can do get decrypted password from SaaS settings Stripe secret key, and then we can return Stripe dot get API key equal to API key. Let's do one thing. Let's get it here and set it here as well, right? Awesome. So we are getting the secret key, setting it, and then calling the Stripe API to do stuff. Let's hit save again. Okay, we got logged out. What? Yeah. So why is it logging me out when I try to save it? Is it because I'm doing some stuff that I shouldn't do here? Nope, it's still logging me out. What? Okay. Yeah. What is not working? Your field copying thing, that doesn't work. Which version are you on? We have 25 minutes left. Fine, we can stretch it a bit, not much. We can stretch it, but we'll get the thing working somehow. Okay, so this should have worked. So let's try it in the console and see. Util.password, and then okay, password not found for Stripe settings. Okay, now I got the issue. Weird Copilot. What? Why are you using the label? This should work now. Yeah. Hit save. Awesome. Now as you can see, as I saved the Stripe customer by providing it a user, for that user it automatically created a customer in the backend, right? I can show you if we go into our instance, right? Go to customers. Awesome. Now Rushabh is one of our customers. Full name, email. Awesome. Dynamically. Now, what's the second step? Now, when we load the pricing HTML page, right? We can basically fetch this customer ID for a user. So this part is done. We now have like dynamically creating customers. That's cool. That's out of the way now. But what's the second thing? So what do we need dynamically now? So what were we rendering? Yeah. So what happens when they click subscribe? That's what we will handle now. We need to create a subscription in the backend. Now what we did, like before this, we did it from the console, right? So let's do it from the backend. So I'll give this button an ID. This will be, I'm so used to Vue, I was going to write @click. So it's v15, I guess. Nightly branch. Now develop branch, nightly version. ID is subscribe button, right? And what happens when you click the subscribe button? Right, let's go back to our portal page. Where is the portal page? SaaS.localhost 8000/pricing. Yeah. Am I going in delay or something? I already did that, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's delayed. Yeah, I didn't notice Copilot played the game there. Played the game. Yep. Now let's handle the click on when they click subscribe. So for now I will comment this form out. I don't need the form until they hit subscribe, right? So I will comment this stuff out. Comment doesn't work. Okay, it works. So yeah, when they click subscribe, I want to basically create a subscription in the backend. I will write an API for that and call it from the front end. Right. So how do you handle clicks? Const subscribe button, right? Get element by ID. Don't need this and this, but I just needed the event listener. Subscribe button dot add event listener. Frappe dot call. Let's just call a method, which will be simple SaaS dot API dot subscribe. So I will write this API. This doesn't exist yet. And we can pass some parameters, right? So this will be, I don't need any parameters as of now, but I'll just dot then whatever response I get, let's log it to console and let's check if it is working. So I will reload JavaScript console. I will keep it open. So this API doesn't exist, so we can easily create it in simple SaaS. I will add a API dot, I need a file, not a folder, API.py file, import Frappe. So it should be whitelisted, then only we can call it from the front end. I think all of you know that by now. Def subscribe. Let's return some fake data, right? Message will be subscribe, yeah, whatever. Let's reload. Let's click on subscribe. Okay, it did call and subscribe successfully. Okay, so it's calling the backend. That's awesome. So what do we do now? So whatever we wrote here to create a subscription, we'll write it here. So now you know why we experimented it with all the stuff, right? So let's copy our subscription creation code to here. Needs some cleanup. Let's format. Yeah. So we will need a customer. Oops, something went wrong. Where is it? I have to check. So let's open up this and we can have this. Yep. Now you can use this. So we need the customer. So how do we get the customer now? Right? So the customer will be the user who is logged in. And how do you get a logged in user in your backend? So it will be frappe.session.user, right? And let's store it in a variable current user. And now I want to get the customer ID, right? Right. So I will get this type customer where user is the current user. And now I can pass the customer dot customer ID here. price. So we need a price, right? So let's copy it, price.id. So this is the price ID, right? So you can even create a price document and like have multiple pricing. This is fine. This should work. Now instead of returning this message, you return secret key, which we have in this. So s dot latest invoice dot payment intern, and this client secret that we are console logging into here, right? So we are done here. Everything looks good. So whoever is logged in will be the one to, what do you say, subscribe to this plan. Cool. So what do we do now, right, to test this out? So for sure we'll get this secret key, and what we will do is const secret key let, not const, because I want to change it. So it will be empty, and when I get it from the backend, I will basically r dot secret key, I will store it in the secret key variable, and then I can show them the form that I have commented out. So let's do this. So I will add a ID here so that I can dynamically hide and show this payment form. ID equal to, so I want to remove it from the DOM totally. That's fine, we can keep showing it for now, but the issue is that you get element by ID. This all code depends on this, all is fine. This part, right, where you are passing this client secret, this should now be the secret key that comes from the backend and is being set. So this should be inside a function. So on submit, we can have this all can go inside this. Awesome. This is cool. So now let's understand this a bit. Now it's cleaner to understand. So we basically, when they click on the subscribe button, we call this API to subscribe, and it fetches the current session user. So let's do this for just so nobody. So if it is a guest, frappe.throw, you must be logged in to subscribe. Convert indentation to tabs. Can I replace it from my custom app? What do you want to replace? So if current user is equal to guest, we throw them out. No, you can't subscribe, right? So let's test it out. So we can go here and let's go to new incognito window, SaaS.localhost/pricing, hit subscribe, not permitted, is not whitelisted. Okay, so they can't, because we didn't allow the guest. Okay, that isn't required because we haven't allowed the guest. Hi, Pranjal. How are you? How are you doing? Congratulations on the launch of your new YouTube channel. I was watching the first video. Yep. Keep it up. Awesome stuff. Yeah. So I didn't just want to click, when I click on subscribe, as we dealt, it will create this subscription. We even don't need this because we are not allowing any guest to call this API. It will automatically throw. And then on submit, we are calling this stuff, initializing this, that's fine. Cool. So as you can see, there is no form rendered yet, the card form. So let's try this. So I will log in as Rushabh from another tab and try the whole flow out, right? Whether he will be able to subscribe or not. Let's try it out. New incognito window. So do you know how to set a password for a user from desk? Let's do that, because we didn't set any password for Rushabh. User list, Rushabh Mehta on J. So set new password. There is a field called set new password, right? So 1 2 3 4. Okay. Ha. Cool. It prevents me from using passwords that are like easy to guess. Okay, now I will log in as Rushabh from this new incognito window. We still have 9 minutes left. We'll be able to make it on time. Login. What is this? .html page in bench config. So I think we override it in Frappe Cloud for Nginx, I guess. So you can like basically tell Nginx to like override it in Nginx rather than in framework. So Rushabh and then frappe.io. Yep. So I don't want to go, like I want to go to the pricing page. Pricing. And let's hit subscribe. Nothing works. What happened? I hit subscribe, right? Did it make the call to the backend? Okay, it's 200. So it's indeed calling the subscribe API and we are getting the secret key. Are we handling the button click? Add event listener. Okay, no. So we have to okay, cool. So we have to call this part of initializing the payment thing after we got the secret key, that is here. Okay, let's reload. Subscribe. Come on. Come on, we should see the card inputs here. Something is not right. No, everything looks fine. So what's the issue? Thanks, Pran. Awesome. So yeah, we are in a little trouble now. because this isn't working. Maybe JS didn't load properly. So when I click subscribe, the card things, card inputs should show up, right? Okay, that is the final piece, and that's missing. Maybe pop-ups are blocked or something, or the element isn't, what do you say, bound properly. We are so let's do a console log here, console.log mounting payment element. Wait, mounting payment element. So it does try to mount the payment element. Then why isn't it able to? With options, let's log options as well. Let's reload, hit subscribe. Client secret is undefined. Okay, that's an issue. So secret key. So from the backend we are receiving the secret key. Yep, we are receiving the secret key. Hi Ramon, welcome back. Okay, now I think I know what's happening. Let's do one thing. Let's log this R, whatever we are receiving from the backend. Click subscribe. We got, okay, it's inside the message. So let's do one thing, message, right? And instead of so let's do console.log message dot secret key, and we can replace this with message.secret. So it was inside the message key. So I destructured it like inline. This is called JavaScript destructuring, object destructuring JavaScript. Hit subscribe. Awesome. Now put in your credit card, they get to subscribe, and awesome, you get the subscription. And then the only piece remaining is, like, we have 2 minutes, but I will explain. The only piece remaining is what do you say, provide them the switch, right? Let's provide them the switch if they are subscribed. So let's create a DocType to track the subscription on our end, and if they are subscribed, or we can do one more thing. So we can ask Stripe for the subscription status, right, for a particular user. Let's do that. Let's create a DocType. Yeah, now this got interesting since it's working, right? Working stuff is always interesting. Hi Siva, how are you? Welcome back. So what was it? DocType list. That's the third DocType we are creating today. Let's call it Stripe subscription record let's not do record. I'm great. Thank you for asking. So no. So I don't know. This site is running on developer mode and I can't. There is some bug. Because custom should not be checked. That's fine. So let's do one thing. Subscription record, or whatever we were calling it. Subscription record. This goes into the simple SaaS module, and let's model the form. So what do we need to store? So here what is happening, in each type the user clicks, we are creating a different subscription. We don't want that. If he has already subscribed to it, we will fetch this from this subscription DocType. So first will be a link field, basically. This will be linked to a Stripe customer who is the subscriber, right? The subscriber link field, and options will be Stripe customer. This will be mandatory. Title we don't need. What else we need to store? We need to store this secret key. So it's called a payment intent secret key. PI secret key. What else? Hi Nazima Rao, how are you doing? Awesome. So where were we? Yeah, you can even store this price, what plan he is subscribed to. So let's create another data field. Let's call it plan instead of price. That's fine. Let's save it. I will go a 2-column layout here. Yep, this looks good. So no subscriptions, right? So let's create a subscription here. So what I'll do is I will do frappe dot new doc. I will use new doc. I can use get doc as well, but I want to get a new subscription record. Okay, subscription record dot user. No, we don't want the user. We want the Stripe customer, right? So I will hit Alt incog. So check the browser console. What does it show? Does it show something? So customer dot name. Yep. So that's setting the Stripe customer. Subscription record dot plan will be this plan. Let's store it somewhere. So if you want to like make it serious, you can pass the plan here, because the user might have clicked on like one of the plans, right? Just pass it with frappe.call and you get it here. But I'm going to hard code it for now. Time constraints. And I will press that plan here as well and here as well. What does it need? The secret key, the Stripe customer. Yeah, the secret key. Subscription record dot PI secret key. It's not purchase invoice, it's payment intent. PO is like purchase order and PI is like, I learned it like from ERP next. Yeah. And now we can save it, ignore permissions true. Cool. This should do it. And now if we already have, right, a subscription created, we can pass that secret key instead of creating a new. This calls the Stripe API and creates a new subscription instead of completing the incomplete one, right? So this is default incomplete. So let's do that. So let's write some code. Subscription exists equal to frappe.db.exists. What? Subscription record where the customer is customer and they are trying to subscribe to this plan, right? Awesome. Then if it exists, subscription exists, what we'll do is we will just return. See, so so this is the point, right? You don't do a get doc just to get a single field. I have explained, like I'm trying to, like last, I don't know, 1 month, I have been noticing it everywhere in everyone's code, like everyone except like the core team, I guess. Because like some folks know, many don't, that like because the get doc is the first thing you learn in Python API, right? So you are inclined towards using it to do everything. But get doc is not efficient as like if you just want to get a single value, it loads the metadata, it loads the child table data, it loads everything. Like making multiple calls to the database, it takes time, it's heavy, right? You do call it for updating the values. Even update can be done, but updating the values, you can call it for what do you say, calling the methods, right? That is the main thing. When you do get doc, you can call methods. That's when you should majorly focus on. But in here I don't need that. frappe.db.getValue is just fine. It's better, much better. It will just make a single call to the database and fetch that particular field that I want. I pass this. So what am I doing? I'm doing a get value subscription record. So it is written so many times that Copilot also writes this in efficient code. So frappe.db.getValue subscription record, Stripe customer is this, plan is this, fetch this, and just return it, right? That's awesome. Don't go to create a new subscription record. That's awesome. Let's try it out. And now let's go here. Let's go to our pricing page. Okay, this is Rushab's. Okay, that's why he wasn't allowed to create the DocType without custom. Okay, now I recall. Okay, that's fine. Now let's go to the pricing page. Yep, and now observe the subscriptions record list. Hit subscribe. Yeah, subscription got created. Customer is Rushabh. Awesome. There is this secret key and there is this plan. But if I try to like hit subscribe again, like look how fast it was, because it didn't need to call the Stripe API. It already has this inactive subscription which the customer can pay and make active, right? So let's add a status field to this subscription. Okay, we are beyond the time, but don't worry. Let's complete the loop. We won't be able to have a bonus episode because I'm traveling and so on and so forth. So let's go here. Edit the DocType. Let's go to form view. And what I will do is I will add a select field. Let's just call it status, and options will be incomplete. That will be the default option as well. So by default, they haven't attached a payment method, haven't paid, right? At least once they have to pay to make their subscription active. Yep. So anybody still with me? For the last time I am asking. We'll soon end it. Don't worry. Building stuff takes time. That's it. If you want to build something substantial, it takes time. And if you want to make it good UX, good everything, it takes more time. Yep. Incomplete, active. Let's just have two status to start with. Go to subscription list, right? It's incomplete. And so how do we mark it complete? How do we mark it complete? So let's check the Stripe docs. Subscription is incomplete or inactive, whatever. Come on. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, this. So what we are doing is, so let's get back to the code and pricing. We are creating a payment and mounting it, and then on confirm, Govind, hi, welcome. So here are two ways you can listen, right, to the completion of a payment. Webhooks, ideal way, implement it should be easy. Check the docs as an exercise, do it. If you want to check it out how to like play with webhooks in localhost, you can check episode 9 and 9b, where we built a recent integration. In that we used it, right? But for now, I'll do it lazy man way. And what I can do is, so suppose I have this super secret toggle here, right? That only gets rendered if the user has an active subscription. That's the whole point of this, right? That you have something that you want to put it up behind a paywall. Only the subscribers can use it or watch it or whatever. So let's write some Jinja that basically makes sure that only renders when the user has an active subscription. So how do we mark it? Like we can either mark it subscribed. That was one way of doing it that we were checking out. So how do you do it? Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Status.js. Why is it? So in success page we can handle it. That's cool too. Because if you recall, when you enter it and you hit subscribe, you are taken to the success page with some query parameters. And that query parameters we can use to basically mark it paid in the backend. Let's do that. Let's do that quickly. So I will get this Stripe script in my success page as well. Payment success page. So and block, and I also want to inherit this payment success, not subscribed success fully, and this will be inside the content block. Let's do it quickly, fast, and block. This is all Jinja. So we would have built it in very since we were exploring the API together and so on and so forth, it took more time than it would normally. That's fine. We are here to learn, right? Subscribe successfully, and then I will have a link. Access your precious my precious Lord of the Rings. Yep, this is the photo I was looking for. Copy image address. We'll add in an image here. Ha. My precious. Yep. So I will have a precious page. So let's have a precious.html. Suppose this is the page where they access their precious $10 per month switch. So although this is like play and whatnot, but this all concepts apply to building production apps as well. So yeah, they can click on precious, and then in precious we will have some conditional logic to handle stuff. Let's not load Stripe here. Or should we? Or should we not? Yeah, let's see. So let's mark it as paid, right? That was the first thing we need to do. So let's go to this part and copy this. And we can even, what I say? Okay. I will add another script tag, paste this all, whatever information they have. I don't need message. So it looks for a message parameter. So when does this run? Does this run with a before redirect? Let's do one thing. One thing. Let's put this code inside our pricing page itself. This code. Copy. Yep. Payment intent. Okay. Client secret is what? Okay. No. This code needs to go in payment success. Cool. And this public key will be this get from db.get single value. So now if it succeeded, we do a frappe.call and mark it what? Successful in the backend. Frappe.call simple SaaS.api dot mark active, mark subscription active dot then awesome. So we will add this. So it's trying to get query selector, right? So let's add it so we can also have a p tag with an ID of message. So this is the client secret. Stripe, that is cool. So if it's success, processing requires payment method default. Awesome. Let's pay. So I hit subscribe. Remember our credit card number that you can use unlimited without charging. So Stripe is not defined. No, it is defined. Did we remove some thing we shouldn't have? No, we didn't. Then why is Stripe not defined? Okay. Photo. Okay, I think I got the point now. So on submit, we are using this Stripe, right? So this should be a global thing. Let's put it out. Yeah, that was the issue. Hit on subscribe and enter your credit card number. 1228 CVC can be anything. Hit subscribe. Elements is not defined now. So where is elements being used now? It's again used here. So we are in an issue here by writing lazy code. It was working before. What did we do wrong? Let's initialize this to null for now. I say like learn to build world class apps. Like this is not world class, but you understand that we need to refactor this to make it better. Yep. Okay, awesome. So it tried to call the API to mark it successful. let's do that now. So let's create that API. So payment success. So if you recall, on successful payment, it's trying to mark it active, right? So let's create a new method at frappe.whitelist mark subscription active def pass. So let's get this subscription frappe.db.getValue dot set value for subscription record where customer. Okay, let's fetch the customer and just give me a second, I will be right back. Yeah, so where were we? We have a few minutes till 5. Let's do a hard stop at 5. So what did we do? We ignore permissions, that we can do true. So what are we doing? We are getting the customer and marking their subscription for this plan. Okay, not secret key, right? Status to active. Try it out. Let's try it out. Reload, hit subscribe. 424242424242 1228 subscribe. Processing error because they are already subscribed, right? So now what we need to do is, let's create a new subscription. This will create an issue. That's fine. So you can use this same logic to build e-commerce apps and whatnot. Right? Ignore permission. Let's not ignore permissions. Let's try again. So I just want to see the subscription getting marked active somehow. I'm making silly mistakes now. For a few minutes, just stay with me. We'll all be going home. Yeah, I think the subscription now is marked active. Subscription record. Awesome, subscription is active. Now they can access their precious. Now what we can do is, awesome, we can go over to the precious HTML page and we'll check whether their subscription is active or not. So let's provide a context, precious.py, precious.html precious. So import frappe. So if the name of the file is same, it will pass this context to the Jinja of this HTML file. What do we want to check? We want to check whether their subscription is active or not. Otherwise, you don't get the precious switch, right? If how do we check? If wrapper guests don't get, so let's have a variable is subscribed so it's false. So we'll return. So what we'll do is, yeah, return from here. And in precious.html we can do if, so we can access this variable directly because it's attached to the context. If is subscribed, right? You are subscribed, you are not subscribed. You can basically have whatever you want your switch, right? So toggle input type equal to checkbox. This is their toggle. Here is your toggle, you are subscribed to. You are not subscribed. So I don't think this else will come here. Nope. Okay, now I know. So this is this. Wrong delimiters. Yep. So now if is subscribed is true, they will see the toggle, otherwise not. So if they are guessed, no chance they are like subscribed. Now frappe.db.getValue. So I just want to get the value of name, right? And so we can fetch it from the API. So plan is same, current user, this, and instead of doing a set value, we'll do a get value. That's it. Convert indentation to tabs, price. So you can fetch plans as well directly, dynamically, but I am for now hard coding it. So it's a get doc db.getValue of the name. So it's directly customer name, and we are fetching it. So we are not doing set value now, we'll do a get value. So frappe.db.getValue subscription record of this customer, whoever is logged in, right? We get the current user, their customer record, and we check, right? You can add one more if else here, okay, whether the Stripe customer exists for this user or not, right? You can add one more check to be more robust. So you always need to think like a lot of cases that I don't want to go into due to time constraints. So there are a few cases that you can handle. You can handle errors gracefully, right? So that's the deal with like time constraint building, that you ship the MVP and then you work on like improving, fixing bugs. So I'm doing db.getValue, and this is the status. And now simply context dot subscribed can be status equal active. If the status is active, they are subscribed, else it will remain false. That's fine, right? Or we can do this. Why are we even doing this? Let's store it false. So it will be false if the status is inactive, otherwise true. So if any user tries to visit the Precious now, here is your toggle. Go ahead, play with it, right? And if I log in from someone who is not subscribed, right? So let's do that. Window, new incognito window, SaaS, Precious. Okay, it's giving it to everyone. If it's subscribe. Why? So let's log out from here and check out. Log out and go to Precious. You are not subscribed. Okay, I think that incognito tab was already logged in or something. If you are not subscribed, you are not subscribed, right? But if you are, let's log in as Rushabh, who is like an active subscriber of the app. And now we can access our precious, the toggle which we were intended to sell from the very start. You get the core concepts, right? We read the docs, we figured out how the integration works, we integrated into our app through APIs, through creating some doc types, and then we called the Stripe API to create a customer record on their end, and then we can refer this customer ID while creating a subscription, and so on and so forth. Makes sense? Like, you have any doubt, please ask. Does this all make sense? What did we achieve, right? Now they can go to pricing, and if you want to play around, learn few things like render multiple plans, right? Have a premium switch, have a platinum switch that's like red color or something. Render a red color switch if they are subscribed to that plan, or blue color switch if they are subscribed to this plan, right? Hide this when the payment is like basically not rendered, right? Hide this button, hide this form, so form can be hidden, right? So I can have like a class which toggles based on whether you click the subscribe button or not. You can move it to a modal, that will be a better UX, I guess. You can have a loading spinner, lot of stuff you can do to play around and make it much better. Makes sense? Did you learn something? I'll hit the commit. Maybe I have to remove some API keys that are hard coded, but fine. So who is with me still? If you are, give a tap on the back. It was not an easy thing. We did a lot of jumping around, but since we were like on a single code base, backend and front end, we were able to do portal pages. I didn't go into Frappe API. It would have complicated things when I started writing Vue. It would have made the code a lot easier and like succinct, right? But then you would have need to learn Vue to understand what I was writing. So yeah, because since I didn't write Frappe UI in the title, that is fine. So I will push this code and share it in the description, in the comments. You get the flow, right? So this is not the best code, not even the good code, right? We copy pasted a lot of stuff, but we got it working. So MVPs are like this. You hack something and get it working. That was the goal here. Cool. Let's end now. We are way past our time. Cool. So you can turn this into a world-class app, but I don't know. I hope that you got the gist of it. You were able to pick up a few stuff or patterns. Basically, you have to pick patterns. So suppose you want to build an e-commerce app or something going forward, how to basically implement Stripe, how to check the status, how to mark them. So integrate webhook, that could be the core thing missing that we weren't able to do. Then you wouldn't need like to handle this update of status in front end, right? Less JavaScript, and the success page can be normal. But in the backend, your webhook can process and update your DocType. That's what happens in production applications like Private Cloud, right? Awesome. Because requests can fail, but webhooks are like they retry the webhooks and somehow the subscription will be marked active. So rewatch if you want to. Like, there was a lot of stuff we covered. And I hope it was useful. You will use the knowledge somewhere and make awesome stuff. World-class apps with Frappe. So if you try to do this same thing that we achieved today in a normal framework, that is like not low code, no code, but is included. Because we already had auth, we were able to just do frappe.session.user. We already had this Jinja wired up, right? So it was much less of wiring stuff and a lot of like just focusing on the logic. What outcome do we want, right? That was the whole deal. We were thinking about that instead of what database to connect, like what whatever. One more trick is like we were initializing this Stripe object every time we wanted to use. So in you can store it in local cache, and so frappe.local. So it doesn't store it in cache, but it is global variable kind of thing. So you can refer it anywhere. You don't have to initialize the object again and again. So that's one optimization you can do. Cool. Cool. You can also when they go in the pricing page, if they are already subscribed, you can render some different button. Okay, you are subscribed. Lot of stuff to do. Practice. Goodbye. Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks for joining in. I will see you next week.